Hi everybody, by special request we're providing a demonstration of this inline unscrambler. So we're running right now, we're running directly to the main drive on this unit. And as you can see, this was formerly operating doing small butane metal cans, feeding them in from a secondary part. We're going to show you in a minute. The system has two components. So you'll see the belt advances, and because of the small size of the containers, as the belt's advancing, they would be mounting right in here. Then there'd be a conveyor in here, and away it would go. This piece sitting right next to you here, this is the dead plate that mounted at the end of the belt, and there was probably a small conveyor in here. A tabletop chain is usually what you would see. For years, as we did more and more glass bottles, you saw things like the World Feeder Cleaners, George Meyer. They would feed, divide into lanes, feed one row at a time out to a discharge conveyor. What's nice about the unit, it's all mechanical. Everything's running smooth, easy to adjust, simple cams. Like for instance, you can adjust the length of stroke right there. You'll see the long arm with the slot in it and the turnbuckle. Because it was filling butane, obviously everything is explosion proof on it. Most of these controls are just junctions. There was other equipment running through here apparently. You see if it's too dark in there, get a look. It does have variable speed in there. It's a mechanical type. There was only one drive in this unit. There was a small shaft which operates the lane agitator, so to speak. So in other words, if a container was stuck on the end here, this is moving back and forth. You can see it moving left and right slowly. If you wanted to raise that up from the 9 3/4 inch height that the shaft is at, you see very easy to do right here. And this only has a short shaft which extends down, and you'd have to extend that as well. Closer look, you might get lucky and have enough material in there to go if you're only going a couple inches. Now we think there may be a starter in here. These two starters, one ran this, and of course it was connected by the same conduit to the secondary feed section I'm going to show you in a second. This other starter may have been the one used for this unit, which we have not run yet because I don't think you're going to be using this. In here it has a simple reliance drive with a brake. And what happened, an operator apparently unloaded containers here and just pushed them through forward onto the belt. If you wanted, and we're kind of scratching our heads as to what benefit it would have. Right here you see that there are micro switches for every level. This small little round piece activates either of the micro switches so the machine knows at what level it is. You'll see there's a, let me show you from the other side real fast. There is a screw jack on both sides, which you see right there on the left hand side, the large Acme thread screw. That would move this table to the position you wanted. Obviously you know, it would require new controlling. Don't understand what benefit would have an operator left a container of glass or one group of glass bottles in here, lower it down, you have to put a cardboard on top, put the next, so forth, depending on how the height of the bottle and how many you could hold. Now I guess he can walk away and get more bottles, but there's no one to push the bottles into the lane divider. Everything seems to be working. The former owner, this was in a Ronson plant here in our state, and they eventually closed down because the EPA just gave them too much trouble about filling explosives right next to a neighborhood of houses. It's just the houses grew up around them. They were there long before them. Leveling feet, everything's great shape. We can give it a quick pressure wash before it goes. Any little dirt and dust in there? Not much though. Mechanically it's very clean. Hope this answers a lot of your questions. If you have any more specific questions, be happy to talk to you about that stuff. From what we were able to know, we've only spent about a half hour or so with the equipment, but it's all coming back to us. We removed this about 2 years ago when we liquidated the plant. So, look forward to hearing from you. Thanks for joining us today.